Yep, so I've just discovered that the downpipe that came with the car, this thing here, yeah, not the best, but hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop the flanges off. I've just tried to test fit it in the car, and there's no way it's going to fit. So I'm going to take this horrible fiberglass heat protecting wrap off it, and then I'll cut the flanges off, and I'll show you how great the welds are too. So walk with me, and I can show you. I've already cut it off. But yeah, we did not do this exhaust. Anyway, so we have a dirty old Kobe resonator. That's not too bad. Comes up here. Yeah, it's not too great. And then I don't know what happened there. So I'm going to cut that off because the flange is just way too thin for doing anything nice, and the welds are ugly and whatever else. So I'll put a couple of 3-inch V-band connectors, joiners, what do you want to call them, on the exhaust system. But for now, I need to cut this off. So bear with me while I do that. Normally I try and protect it from being scratched, but who cares? Stable enough. Oh, yummy. Some sort of glue. Oh, that's going to be fun. So now I'm going to pull glue off it as well. Also using gloves, because this stuff is just, fiberglass is horrible, it just sticks. So I don't think this has been run. At least not with this stuff on it. Oh, it's horrible. And we're using this stuff because not every car has the budget to put a whole new stainless system on it. So I'll try and use what I can, just to save the guy a bit of money. But we can't promise anything, so yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Yuck! Right. Okie dokie, so let's clean that up and then see what's usable. So I'm picking, if we can use this at all, it'll have to be cut sort of here where it was welded originally. So I might just go ahead and just chuck this in the car real quick and then see what fits. Back in a moment. Yeah, that ain't going to work, none of it's going to work, so I'm going to hack it up. Okay, it's got some really bad welds, so I'm just going to go ahead and chuck that in my cutter, my what do you call it, a abrasive cutter. So I'll cut the bad ends off, and I'll cut it here. So I'll cut it around the weld just so I can get rid of those horrible welds. Okay. Trick for new players. If you just cut off a piece of steel like that, always file or use a linisher or something just to get the edges smooth. But the last thing you want to do is go to pick up some steel and slice your hands open. So be it stainless or mild steel or anything, really you just cut, just make sure. And it's also helpful if you don't use that piece, you've got that piece that's already been dressed. So if you go pick it up later out of a pile, like all of these have all been dressed. Right, oh, apart from that one, but all the stainless and stuff, it's pretty much all been dressed. So just saving yourself from injury. That's that one. And obviously you're going to get cuts and stuff at some point when you're doing this. But if you try and reduce the amount of injuries you get, it's always better. Alright, so that can probably, I can just chuck it in the lathe and machine that up. It's a bit messy there, but I could maybe use that in another car with a 4-volt rear turbo. Where are we? I will need some 3-inch stainless. So we're going to have to come off the back of the turbo and probably into there, something like that. So obviously it's not going to be that long, but yeah, it might be, say, that long or something like that, and we can just weld it onto there. I will clean up where I'm going to weld, because obviously it's not going to like being welded to whatever this stuff is. It's pretty yuck, but it will burn off. Like, I could spend ages trying to clean this off, but like I said, not every car has the budget for doing everything that we want to do, so we have to be mindful of that. This here I don't believe we can use, so I'm probably just going to leave that as is and use some new pipe if we need some straight, and then maybe that can be used on something else later. So I've got lots of little offcuts and things like that, so that makes things easier when we're doing things like this. So anyway, I'm going to go have a quick mock-up on the car. I've got the new flange that needs to go on and everything as well, so I can put the studs in the back of the turbo, just loosely fit that, and then I can start to make the downpipe. So I won't show that just because there's a lot of toing and froing, and I'm sort of down the back of the shop, and it's just setting up the camera every time is a pain. Anyway, I'll get onto that, and then you should see me tacking stuff shortly. Talk to you soon. Just realised that my 3-inch pipe doesn't fit into my new flange. I want a nice snug fit. So luckily I have a lathe, so I'm going to machine a recess into here, into the middle, so that the pipe sits snugly inside. So that'll give me a nice, easy, almost a press fit or interference fit. So I can place the pipe in there and then weld it around. It'll be nice and flush. Cool. I've done about as much as I can today, and I've made a bit of progress. I've ordered some parts. I ended up ordering some cast alloy bends, just because I've got a few of these FDs to do and a Supra or a couple of Supras, so I'm going to need the cast iron bends for the turbos and stuff. So yeah, hopefully they'll turn up tomorrow or the next day, but I've got plenty to go on until I get those parts. But in the meantime, I've got the intercooler I've got to sort. So as you can see, it's not mounted, so I need to mount the intercooler. I'm also not going to be using whoever's done these ends. It's been modified at some point. So what I'm going to do is I will extend each of these out to about here, and then it will come up to the turbo, and then this one here will come out and up here, and I'll extend it up to the throttle body. So I'm just waiting for the greedy elbow to turn up, so that should be here tomorrow. I've already, as you can see, got the downpipe mocked up there. So now I'm going to go as far as I can with this at the moment, until I start getting parts arrived and stuff like this. And I've also got the Evo that I need to get done because I don't have any spare hoists at the moment. The Supra, which is here, so the Evo's here and the Supra is here. Supra's going in for paint next week to get the engine bay painted, and the Evo, I'm just waiting for parts to arrive for that so I can start on that. So the Evo is probably going to be tomorrow, and then if I have time, providing on what turns up, I'll probably start more on the RX-7. The Supra is not really important until sometime late next week, so that's not really priority at the moment. And obviously we have Brad's car here, which will be finished off, I think, Saturday morning. And then, yeah, there's only like 3 things or 2 things left to go on that thing. So that'll be finished off and we can book the dyno. So what else have I got? I've got an FCRX7 that's I need to finish off. So I need to finish that. It's only like, again, 2 or 3 things to do on that car, and then I can book dyno for that as well. What else is there? Well, as soon as that blue RX-7's finished, I can book dyno for that too. So essentially booking for dyno, the cars are finished, so they're up and running, all of the fab work's done, all of the electronics, the piping, all that sort of stuff is pretty much finished. Sometimes there's 1 or 2 things that we need to do, but mostly they're all done and I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, with all the other jobs I've got on hand, it's going to be quite a bit for me to do. So plus I've got other jobs trying to get in the door, i.e. that Starlet, if you can see it out there. So yeah, another little job for tomorrow. Hopefully I can get the Starlet done. That should only take me maybe a couple of hours, but with only me in the shop, there's only so much I can do in a day. So anyway, with the Evo, at least I can get the clutch in and gearbox in and all that sort of stuff. I can straighten all of this. This shouldn't take me too long, so that when the clutch arrives tomorrow morning, I can just jump straight on it, get the gearbox back in it, get the engine mount on it and stuff like that. So then hopefully early next week, everything that I've ordered from Christchurch will have arrived. And then, well, once the gearbox and everything's in it, suspension's in it, I can make it mobile. So even as is, there's too many bolts missing to actually move it. So yeah, I'm just pretty keen to get that underway. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that for now. Feel free to comment again. Love to hear what you think about us and what you want to see from us. But as you can see, we've got several projects on the go. We've got a couple of RX-7s. We've got a Supra. We've got an Evo. There's a Jag type thing down the back that I'm going to be working on shortly as well, which is quite different to anything else that we've done. So we've got heaps of variety. Anyway, I'm hoping to have some more guys in here soon, so it's not just me. So bear with me for now, and hopefully once some more guys turn up, we'll be a bit more fun. And because when it's just me, I've got nothing to be funny about. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.